Welcome back to another episode of our motorcycle product review show. I'm Mario Orsini and
I'm Lance Collins.
And we've got another exciting product for you today. Lance, what do we have?
What we have today is the mobile warming dual power 12 volt heated pants.
Which, if you guys tuned in just a few weeks ago, we had the mobile warming dual power 12 volt
jacket.
Let's check that again. Which, if you tuned in just a couple of weeks ago, we had the mobile warming 12 volt dual power 12 volt heated jacket. These are the pants to match. Lance, we kind of know what it does, but go ahead and explain to our viewers.
So what this is another heated gear by Mobile Warming. This is the pants to the jacket that we showed you in our last review with the jackets. Same battery as before. It's using the same battery. Also has the same pass-through, bike charging, and you can actually plug it directly into the bike without the battery on it, and just use your thermostat that's built into the pant itself, just like the jacket. It also is waterproof, windproof, and breathable.
You guys may have noticed a theme. We've been doing a lot of heated gear lately, and the reason for that is it's cold outside. At least where we are. I don't know about where you guys are, but where we are, it's cold outside. So, Lance, who are these pants for? Again, we kind of know, but go ahead and let us.
This is going to be your motorcycle guys. But just by looking at this, I would, if I was snowboarding or doing anything kind of outside in the winter, this pant looks good enough to where I could wear it and people really wouldn't even know that it's a motorcycle gear or it's a cold weather gear. It just looks like some.
They just
nice
look like black pants.
It almost looks like work pants.
Which we'll show you guys here in the video if we haven't thrown it up over the screen already. They just look like black pants. They're not as bulky as my motorcycle riding pants.
They do have CE armor.
They do have CE armor. That's what I was going to talk about next. It's one of the things I like about it. It's got it built into the knees. It does have the knee padding in there, just like my Joe Rocket pants that I was wearing when I was reviewing the heated gloves. But these are a little less bulky, and I'm gonna test these out. As of today, I haven't. We will probably cut to something here in a few minutes where I already have, but at this point I haven't. But if these things protect from the wind as well as my regular riding pants and add in the heated elements, I don't know how I can't like these things. What do you like about them though?
I like that this is a pretty lightweight heated pant. That's my biggest thing is most of the time you get a heated pant and it's pretty bulky. I mean, you can definitely tell it's some kind of a heated winter gear. This one, like I say, it just looks a lot better. It's a lot slimmer. It fits. It looks like I didn't have it on, but when you had it on, it looks like you can move a lot better in it. You don't look like you're you got the robot going on with it because you're so stiff and in winter clothing layered up. So
one of the only things, and we'll see if this affects me, when I put it on a few minutes ago, I was wearing tennis shoes. I haven't put it on with my riding boots yet. It doesn't zip up quite as far on the leg as some other over the pants that I've worn. I don't know if that's going to be a negative yet. I'll try that out once I'm able to ride in these. But I don't know if it's going to be that big a deal. It does give you a wide enough cuff. I feel like it's going to fit over just about any boot that you could possibly put on.
And with these, what I feel that these guys have tried to do is there is a lot of guys, or companies out there that have a heated gear. And I think that the reason why they didn't go with a zipper all the way up, this pant is, you could go in anywhere with this on, get off the bike, walk in, you're not going to be so bound up like with the other stuff. So I think that they made this pants so that you can move around a lot more, and I think that's why they didn't put it all the way up the side, because why you're gonna you can turn the heater off on it, it's still gonna breathe, you're not gonna die in them.
And I agree with you on that. I feel like this is something you could wear as your pants. A lot of other winter gear you're gonna wear over top of a pair of jeans or sweatpants or whatever you might have on underneath. These you could wear as just your pants, whether you want to wear your boxer shorts or your shorts under them or whatever you want to wear. The other cool thing that you're probably going to recognize, they do have the same type of thermostat, I guess that's what you want to call it,
thermostat,
as the jacket has. Push button, single button, multiple color, multiple level thermostat on it. Very, very easy to operate. You can operate that with your gloves on, no problem whatsoever. And because of the colors, you're gonna know exactly what
you can charge your phone also off of this battery while you're riding down the road, getting warm from the Pant too. So it's got a USB, so you can charge anything, run a GPS or something off of it too.
Is there
pretty cool?
Is there anything you don't like about? I'm not going to answer what I don't like about these yet. I am going to go test these out, and we'll edit that in. Is there anything you don't like about them?
What would be cool is with this is if the actual fronts of the legs worked off of the battery while it's not plugged into the bike. That's more of where I think that for me, with what I would be doing, I'm not going to always have a motorcycle that's going to have a battery on it. I mean, I would use these probably riding, you know, winter or something on motocross bikes, you know, spike tires or something. I would use these, and I'm not going to have on my bike, you know, somewhere where I can 12-volt plug it into to charge. So to me, that option would be cool if you could run it off the battery too. That's with it, but you're also going to stay warm still. So that's just kind of a, like I said, being picky.
Sure. I guess the next question is, Lance, would you buy a pair of these? Do you have a need for them, or you know, what are we looking at here?
I think I might get a pair of these, to be honest with you. I plan on doing a lot more snowboarding and stuff this year, and probably try to go out and do some winter riding, maybe do a little ice riding or something. So yeah, I think I might try to get a pair of these.
And that is the nice thing about, you know, gear like this and other heated gear we've reviewed so far this year. It's not, while it is motorcycle oriented, it's not just limited to riding your motorcycle like bike. I'm with Lance. I do a lot of snowboarding. It would be kind of cool to have a pair of pants like these. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how I feel after I test them out on the bike. But speaking of testing them out and things of that nature, what other products should we maybe be looking at if we don't want these and we want to look at some other alternatives?
First Gear, Gerbing, that's your big guys out there. And of course, this is mobile warming. Fly has some stuff out there. I haven't got them in yet, but they're going to have some stuff too that's going to be pretty cool. They also have, you know, you've seen the glove from the other review also. But that's pretty much the big guys.
All right, guys, we're going to cut over to my review on the bike right now and see what I had to think about it while I was riding in colder temperatures.
Okay, today is Saturday, December 12th. I am testing out the mobile warming heated pants. To be honest, I don't really need heated pants today. You would think in West Virginia in the middle of December it would be cold. I've got 53 degrees and it's 9:15 in the morning. So this is about as cold as it's really calling for the next few days. And I got to get these returned back to the supplier. So we're going to give them a test today. I can tell you my initial thoughts putting them on this morning. I'm used to wearing a pair of Joe Rocket pants that can be worn over your regular pants or as your regular pants. To me, my other pants are a whole lot easier to get on. The zipper comes up past, you know, your knee. These here only come up maybe an inch or two further than the top of most riding boots. These you might be able to fit your boot down through. I didn't want to try to do that this morning for fear of, you know, maybe tearing them or getting them dirty. I would think you're probably, to be safe, gonna have to take your boots off to put these on. That's a bit of a negative for me. On the plus side, these could just be worn as regular pants. I don't really feel like my Joe Rocket ones, while yeah, and technically they could be, they're never gonna pass for just regular old pants or be comfortable enough. These mobile warming pants I have on, a little bit sleeker in design, not near as bulky. Probably could pass for just a pair of, you know, walk around pants. You could walk into a restaurant and eat in these, you know, at lunch halfway through your day of riding and not stick out like a sore thumb. But just something to be aware of. Zipper only comes up a little bit past the boot. I do have the heating element on right now. You may notice I'm also still wearing the Fly Igniter Pro heated gloves. I don't have them turned on right now. In fact, I don't even have my heavy jacket on. I've got my midweight jacket on without the liner. Not really necessary for anything too warm this morning. Just wanted to give these gloves another run through before I got to take them back. Back to the pants though. As you guys, you know, saw previously, it does have the little light button on there. Part of the problem, it's not really a problem. I can look down and see what color it is and you can kind of adjust it accordingly, but because of where it's at, I mean, it's on it's on your leg. You're not going to have the best chance of seeing that while riding your motorcycle. For snowboarding or snowmobiling, four-wheeling, probably a little bit easier to adjust on the fly. The other big negative, I've only been riding them here for a few minutes, that battery pack is very heavy, it's very bulky, it's sitting, you know, right on the top of my thigh right now, about where it, you know, adjoins to my hip. Not the most comfortable thing in the world. Keep in mind, it does have pass-through charging. You can hardwire these things right into your bike too. I chose not to this morning because, you know, I'm not keeping these. These are just a review pair. Plus, where my battery is up here on the right-hand side of the fairing, not the easiest to get the leads hooked onto. If they were under my seat, I may have thought about it. My battery sits about right here. So I just decided to not hardwire them in. That would alleviate some of the problem, but keep in mind, then you're wired onto the bike, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Okay, now that I've got the negatives out of the way, what are the positives? Well, one of the positives are, and I kind of mentioned it earlier, they do look like regular pants, or at least close enough. They do have CE padded protection in the knees, and that's not uncomfortable at all. It actually, you don't feel that it's there. Also, they fit well. I'm wearing a size extra large pair right now. I think you could definitely fit a pair of jeans under it. I'm just wearing a pair of shorts right now. Like I said, it's kind of warm for what I'm used to this time of year. I do have the heating elements turned on real low, and it feels nice. I don't think I'd need them. I don't feel any wind cutting through. So all in all, I do like these pants. I just don't know that I have a need for them. If you are looking for a winter riding pant, this is something definitely to consider.
So there you have it. There's our review on the Mobile Warming Dual Power 12-volt heated pant. If you have any questions about them, please let us know in the comment section below. Or you might have other suggestions or other products you've used. We'd love to hear about it. Anything you've got to say about mobile gear, heated gear, motorcycle gear, anything you'd like for us to review in the future, let us know and we'll try to get our hands on a review copy. If you have more questions about these or you'd like to order a pair, they do retail for $2.99, but I think we can hook you up for a little bit better deal than that. So,
for sure.
That's good to hear. So if you want a pair of them, give a call to this number right here. Talk to Lance directly. We have had viewers try that out in the past, and he actually does answer the phone. Just don't call to heckle him, because that's not cool. Or if you don't want to talk to him, you just want to email him, maybe you've got some more in-depth questions that you need some written answers to, you can email him right here. We've also put the telephone number and the email in the description below. Thank you guys for tuning in. We hope you got something valuable from today's review show, and
we'll see you next time. Hit the subscribe button also.
Thank you very much. See you guys soon.